FAU linebacker Michael Lockley is good at blocking kicks. He might be even better at explaining how he does it. On this week's Howard Schnellenberger Show, fans learned how Lockley is able to change games. Here's a sampling from the show.
Before we went to break, I talked about a senior leader on defense, but also a guy who has been sensational on special teams this year. Michael Lockley, linebacker, can't stop getting his hands on field goal attempts. And Chuck King of FAUAllAccess.com has a look at what Lockley's been able to accomplish this season.
28 yards, win or lose. Good snap. Good spot. The kick is deflected, and it is no good! The Owls have won!
That block by Michael Lockley did more than simply preserve FAU's season-opening victory over UAB. It also set the stage for a series of big plays from Lockley on special teams. Since that first game, Lockley has turned away field goals against North Texas and Arkansas State. Lockley, a 6'3", 255-pound senior linebacker with a 43.5-inch vertical jump, has become the Owls' go-to guy when they need a special teams stop on a kick.
He knows the spot to stay in, and like I said, he gets underneath the guard and can elevate, and he's really strong. He's got a good vertical and times it up.
What's been the key to Lockley's success? Well, each block this season has been a little bit different.
Somebody had to make a play. As you can see, all of us up there, we got pretty good penetration from everywhere. As you can see, even to the left, you can see Jarvis Gibbons got pretty high up on that play. And then Dino Cox pushed the man back. I pushed him back some more, and then was fortunate enough to get a block on that play.
On Lockley's second block of the year, North Texas kicker Trent Deans never really had a chance.
I caught a pattern that the kicker and the holder had when he flashes his hands out. It's usually when the ball comes. So I just try to time him up. Kind of just put, you just rush. Basically, my technique is you just want to go there as hard as possible, try to run through the guard. And that's probably the cleanest block kick I had this season. Just went through there, got it pretty clean, and just go up there and saw the ball, just hit it down. Obviously, blowing through somebody, then blocking it is better than just going up there and leaping, because when you go up there and leaping, like, oh, he got lucky. When you blow through somebody and then leaping, you're like, oh, he deserved that. That's what he earned it.
For Lockley, the biggest challenge in that block was avoiding the snapper.
The refs been telling me, especially all this season, the two-back wrestling back, they tell me all the time that I can't touch the snapper. So that's why as soon as you touch the snapper, it's a big penalty, especially when it's, say, a fourth down to 5 yards, which gives them the first down.
By the time the Arkansas State game came around, teammates already knew where to look for the big play.
As you can see, that was Malik talking to me right there before it go, telling me it was a big play. They need, at this point in time, they had already scored a touchdown. They were trying to go up by 2 scores, and that one was probably one of the luckiest ones I had, because I got through and I just stuck my hand up there and just hit one hand.
Blocking kicks isn't new for Lockley. He blocked 7 as a high school senior. He added 2 more prior to the season at FAU. His 5 career blocks are the most in FAU history, and he still gets a charge out of getting his hands on a kick.
My dad asked me that the other day. It feels good. Scored touchdowns before, in high school and Pop Warner, not in college, but it's kind of like that same feeling. It's a big play feeling.
Even though Lockley's primary role is stopping ball carriers, Lockley also embraces the role of keeping the opponents from adding 3 points to their tally.
We know when Van Camp has to make a pass, we have faith in Van Camp. When Lester or Hausler has to catch it, we have faith in them. It's kind of like it's what you have to do. So when it comes time to put in my part, block a kick, like Randall, T. Hill, and Malik looked toward me, and it was like, let's go do it. You go do your thing. So it's just something that you got to do.
Bringing the story to the Howard Schnellenberger Show, I'm Chuck King.
Just some really cool textbook stuff there from Lockley explaining those kicks. And, of course, he had the one that won the game against UAB. He's followed up with 2 more. And you look at him and you watch him break down those blocks. Have you ever coached a guy who's had the wherewithal like B-Lock has to get his hand on that?
Maybe had the wherewithal, but not the innate, not the savvy to be able to explain it. And that's the reason why he's so good at it. He knows he has to get penetration before he gets his hand up. And by doing that, he can put himself in a position that will best fit the trajectory of the ball. He's quite an athlete.
When you look at that clip, you kept saying 3 steps, 3 steps. That's what it takes. Lockley really has the awareness all the time that it's 3 steps and you go. It's all a timing thing, isn't it?
Well, it is, because there's no way you're going to sky on their side, on your side of the ball. You have to get on the ball or past the ball, and you've got to knock somebody back to get past the ball, and that cuts down the angle extremely flat. So that's the reason why it happens so many times.
To see more from the Howard Schnellenberger Show, including highlights from the Shula Bowl victory, head over to the video page at FAUOwlaccess.com. The show is free to members. Newcomers can also enjoy the show for free by signing up for a free trial. That's FAUOwlaccess.com, where it's Owl News, Owl the time.